I was born in Moscow, but I remember nothing of that time. I was just an infant when the old world was destroyed in the flames of nuclear fire. I, along with 40,000 others, were saved by retreating to the metro stations deep under the city. Now, 20 years have passed, and going up into the embrace of an endless winter was left to a few brave souls. The metro was our home, and our fortress against the nightmarish mutants who roamed the tunnels. Still, we never gave up hope that we would return to the surface. But one day, a new threat appeared, and we found ourselves in a war to determine the very existence of our species.
Oh my god, welcome back everyone. I have put this channel on a hiatus, however you pronounce that. Just scratching my head trying to think about what game do I want to play next. And I mean, at first I thought, oh, you know what I should do? I should do Dragon Age. I should do all of Dragon Age, make one Dragon Age story from beginning to end, and literally it kept crashing. Then I thought, I know, let's do Battletech. Battletech ended up being a huge pain in the ass to edit, and I don't know why, it just was. So then I thought, if everyone's staying inside, how about we play a series of games that is very aggressively about staying inside? Metro 2033, based on the post-apocalyptic novel by Russian author Dmitry Glukhovsky. And then, of course, we'll go through all of them. We'll do the entire Metro trilogy, because I love these games. In fact, you know what? Fuck Fallout. This is my favorite post-nuclear apocalyptic first-person shooter game that's not really a role-playing game, but I love it. I love it more than Fallout. I don't really want to get into why. It's just this resonated with me far more than Fallout did. Yeah, I got something stuck in my throat. Anyway, let's get started with the story of Artyom and go through his entire life story. Alright, so first of all, two playstyles, survival or Spartan. Which, if you think about it, you normally think that the Spartan one would be harder, but it's actually more action-oriented, whereas this one is slower, more survival, and I'll probably die more. I think for my playstyle, I actually do survival better, because I tend to play very stealthy and avoid fights unless I absolutely have to. And then, of course, we have 4 difficulties. Normal, Hardcore, Ranger, and Ranger Hardcore. Technically speaking, Ranger doesn't, I don't know how much Ranger actually, well, I guess it does so right here. Enemies do more damage, but so do you. Combat is tense, tactical, and brutal, and also, HUD and UI elements are limited, and hints are disabled for increased immersion. Resources are even scarcer. We're already on a scarce resource mode. You know what? Let's just start off at regular hardcore. See if I need to adjust it. Yes, start a new game. Oh, and by the way, for the purposes of the good and bad endings for Metro 2033, the problem is that Metro 2034, or Metro Last Light, the sequel, kind of assumed that the bad ending happened, and since I'm trying to show the story of Artyom here, we're gonna have to do the bad ending. Adjust the sliders so that the left... Yes. Alright, there we go.
The tunnel grew colder. Miller and I were close to the surface now. Soon, we would climb up into the howling wind to fight our way through whatever nightmares were waiting there. My long journey was nearly at the end. But would I have the courage? the will to see it through.
Hey, Artyom. When you left your home station, did you ever think we'll end up in a place like this? Not knowing whether we were about to save our world, or send it straight to hell.
I have no fucking clue, man. I'm just a kid for exhibition. Oh! Please don't fall, please don't fall. Ladder's gonna fall. Fuck. Oh, cool. Thank you, Miller. Ooh, that was a long fall.
We'll have to get through the military outpost to reach the surface, Artyom.
Probably. Nothing here. What?
Something's moving in this room. Open the gate, I'll cover.
No, I want to read this. What the f... Hold on. There's nobody among the Order's fighters who'd ever lived at the exhibition. Why would they risk their lives to save us? Total strangers to them. What for? Perhaps they, just as I do, believe that the Dark Ones are a threat not just to our godforsaken backwater station, but for the Metro as a whole. That I don't know, but one thing I know for sure, I can't watch these people and not feel admiration. They couldn't care less which station we hailed from, which god and which politics we believed. The one thing they actually cared about was that we were human beings and we were in danger. When joining the Order, our vows to protect the Metro, the last refuge of the human race, to the end. Some of them believe that we can prevail. A lot more think we're all doomed regardless, but they don't even think of laying down their arms and giving up the struggle. Such were Hunter's comrades, and it would be the highest honor for me to become one of them. Alright, so I'll just tell you guys right now, this is a bit of a flash forward. No, didn't mean to do that. This is actually almost near the end of the game. We're gonna flash forward to do this part for some reason. And then, we're gonna flash back to the actual start of Artyom's story. It's a fun little story convention that I call...
System to open the gate.
I don't think there's a name for this kind of story writing. It's just, you know, how they wanted to show it. Like, I guess the name is just flash forward, but is there a real name for when the prologue to the story is just later on in the story? Filters, ammo, lots of ammo, lots of ammo.
Follow me.
Lots of med packs. Oh, no, I'm not going to follow you, Miller. I want to see what's in here. Okay, final jump. There, you happy, tutorial? More filters. That's it, just more filters. Well, you need more filters. Alright, let's jump. Whee! Boop. Yeah, jump in.
Up we go.
Yeah, guess we're going up.
Seems like nobody's home. Before we hit the surface, put your gas mask on. Without it, you'd be like a goldfish outside the sea.
So, part of Metro lore is that you need to wear a gas mask on the surface, because I guess the air is all radioactive and shit. There's a thingy. There's a predator. That is a type of new creature that lives in the world, because also in the lore of Metro, radiation turns monsters into superpowered mutants instead of corpses. These are called Watchmen. They are basically mutated predatory like rodents that occupy a niche similar to wolves. They are pack hunters. And there's always one of the pack that kind of acts as a watchout that will inform the pack if there are any others, which I think is where they get the name Watchmen from. Is that it? Reload. Wow, I've only got one round left.
Okay, Artyom, let's work together.
He needs my help.
You ready?
Okay. As a first-person shooter, originally from 2010 and then re-released in 2014, Metroid 2033 is a victim of its time, and so that means it has QuickTime events. But it still looks amazing.
Come in. Come in.
I mean, I don't know. Does anyone else find a sort of interesting aestheticness in desolation and waste? Or is that just me? Because this looks cool. Oh no, car! Fucking watch where you're driving, Ullman. Jeez, that guy. Probably gonna make some dumb joke.
Glad to see you, Colonel.
Right, that's not Ullman.
Did you hear that? Listen. What the hell is it? Form a circle!
But I just reloaded the gun. Why did you take a clip out just to put it back in? Never mind.
Stay calm. Watch your backs, boys. Okay. Looks it's gonna be tougher than the library.
You think? Huh. Oh shit. Swap out filter.
My mark.
Oh, I'm down. Something got Artyom. Here they are, the apex predators of this new post-nuclear ecology. Fucking demons. Okay, not like literal real demons. That's just what they call these things. And now we flash back.
Life was never easy in the tunnels, but it was our home. There was comfort in its routines, in seeing the same people day after day. But since the mutant attacks had escalated, fear ruled the station. I had just turned 20, and could never have imagined what would follow on the morning that my stepfather's friend Hunter arrived at the barricade.
So, let's establish some things that we actually know about Artyom as a character, because unfortunately, for some reason, 4A Games decided to go with this idea that Artyom should be a silent protagonist, only speaking during those loading screens, like he has some kind of weird social anxiety problems. Artyom likes to play the guitar, and he likes to collect pictures of the old world, either through actual pictures or through postcards.
Artyom.
Oh, and his parents are dead.
Awake at last, I see.
The
Hunter's
dead
on his
parents
way.
is
You
basically
should have
like
news from the other stations. Come
standard
on.
protagonist syndrome. And you can play the guitar. Oh, you play it once. Okay.
Let's go, Artyom.
Let's indulge in some world building. So, yeah. So this is what I like about the Metro games: the attention to detail and the world building and making all of the environments you go to feel like real, lived-in places. It is a skill that no one at Bethesda has ever been able to manage. And coming to Metro from Fallout, it's amazing how clean this place is. I mean, it looks old and run down, but unlike Bethesda, 4A Games doesn't just spray garbage all over the place and have people live in, you know, trash piles with skeletons littered around. I mean, the skeletons are for the tunnels. But again, Bethesda, this is how you can make used up, lived-in post-apocalyptic feel without spraying garbage everywhere. Okay, so that thing you just saw on the screen, that's part of the Metro series' kind of invisible moral system. it's never built around making conscious choices. Ooh, a journal. Rather, it's built around how you play the game. Let me just read this note real quick. Day after day, our patrols go out to the northern tunnels, and day after day they return bearing casualties. Murdered, brutally, inexplicably so. Even more casualties come back alive, but insane. And yet it's only by sending our friends, neighbors, and relatives out there that we can keep the Dark Ones at a distance. When we run out of manpower to stop their attacks far enough, when they arrive at the station itself, we'll be done for. I hear people talking secretly at the station that it's just us prolonging the agony, that there's no hope for salvation. But Sukhoi, my stepfather, and the head of the station, still hopes for a miracle. He insists that an old friend of his, Hunter, can save us. Hunter is a member of the Spartan Order, a battle brotherhood sworn to protecting the Metro from any and all dangers. There is nothing capable of instilling fear into the hearts of those men. At least, there was nothing, until the Dark Ones arrived. Right, okay, so the moral system is based more around how you play the game. You will get good points if you play the game quietly, patiently, kind of observing things, and playing the game with a regard for life, even human life. On the other hand, if you just kind of rush through the game, ignoring everything and shooting everyone, then you get bad points. As we play this game, you'll start to see kind of the logic and the justification behind it.
Open the damn gate.
But here is the first person to help define Artyom's moral journey through the Metro. This hunter, this Spartan, this ranger we've been hearing so much about.
Hunter. Thanks. Now close your gate.
Again, these graphics are so good.
Good to see you, Alex. Hello, Artyom.
Hey, Hunter.
What's happening in the outside world these days?
That's bullshit, probably.
Most of what I hear is about the exhibition and the undead infesting your tunnels.
I don't know why he refers to the Dark Ones
I met
as
a trader
undead.
selling
Or does he mean the
postcards in New York
ghosts?
City. I thought of your wall.
We'll get to ghosts.
These are not the usual mutant creatures. This is something
No,
else.
he was referring to the Dark
Something
Ones.
much worse.
Dark ones. Well, whatever in hell they are, my order has a motto. If it's hostile, you'll kill it.
Intruder
Dark Ones do
alarm
not-
in vent shaft. They're coming in from above.
Shit. Just what we needed. There are wounded here just behind the wall. The
Kirill, take your group to the tunnels.
Alex,
Hunter,
we must stay here and defend the hall.
all right, Artyom, quickly get a weapon.
That's our first weapon, and since this is a game, our first weapon is a revolver.
Yeah,
No, we'll get
they
better
never
weapons
come this
later.
far
I mean,
into
you
the
saw
station.
that
It's
what's
the
called a
hospital. They smell the blood.
AK-2012, a fictional weapon that's basically it's a fictional assault rifle. Anyway, prepare to see the other major mutant threat this game will throw at you, the Nosalis. I have no idea what Nosalises are mutated from. They're like gorilla naked mole rats. That's the best way I can describe them. Okay. That one's down. Oop, there's one there. Reload. Shit. Trick to Nosalis. Kind of like any living thing, go for the head. They like to jump around, which makes it hard.
Artyom,
Oh,
you all
cool.
right?
Oh, look at this! It glitched.
He's a dead-eye shot, this one.
Why is it? Why is it that when I play,
No
that when I
Dark Ones
record
here.
games, I'm like, hey guys, let me
Just
show you my
usual
favorite games.
tunnel
I
trash.
see glitches I never see
You don't
before.
see them. The
I've
Dark
never
Ones are
seen
there.
this.
Fear.
It just froze.
That's their weapon. That's what made the Nosalises run
can walk
through the
through it.
tunnels like rats. The Dark Ones ones are not simple.
Hey, look,
mutants.
taxidermy.
They're Homo novus.
Guys, look!
The next step in evolution. You've heard about survival of the fittest? Guess what? We lost.
What's happened to you, Alex? You can go like lambs to the slaughter. I'll hang on to whatever life I got with teeth and claws. And I'll take more than a few of your Homo novus with me to hell.
You think you're some old movie cowboy? Have a look at
Does
them.
he?
10 soldiers trained in combat. Their bodies broken, their minds gone.
Dark Ones! They destroyed the outer guard post!
Oh, crap. Well, this isn't good. Oh, jeez, look at that guy. Oh, you know what this game also does a lot better than Bethesda Fallout? Atmosphere, which is pretty much the one thing everyone agrees on. These games have amazing atmosphere.
The devil knows what's happening out there, beyond your perimeter. I must go recon the situation. Listen carefully.
You just got here!
If I'm not back here by morning, you must get to police station and find a man named Miller. Tell him what's happened to me, and what's stirring in the northern tunnels. Show this to Miller, so he knows I've sent you. I trust everything to you, Optim. Don't let me down. If we are to survive, this threat must be eliminated, no matter the cost. Eliminated. Understand?
I guess.